Might be too far to start. All right, man, we're gonna start. I don't even know what I'm finna say right now. It's a small start, to be honest. I damn. I gotta cut this out. I like a cornball. All right, let me take it. We gotta talk. Mm. This is supposed to be my first video going on to my I guess creation. Not even just being a YouTuber, but more on content. But I feel like I have an advantage over regular YouTubers because I'm unknown. So it's gonna be a slow start, but at the same time, even with a slow start, I could build my way up the top, have I guess, a natural fan base that's just not off of me posting my account and just say subscribe because you don't know what's going on. You know, it's gonna be a simple setup. I don't even know where I'm going with this. This video is gonna be pretty short. I hope so. Where do I see myself in 5 years or so? To be honest, I don't know. I just hope I know something big. You know, where my name is out there, but in a positive light, where I'm impacting people to the point where I'm noticeable, but in a good way, not just over my past or how I used to be as a kid. It's pretty corny, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like it's corny until you blow up. But once you blow up, nothing's really corny. What you do is, silly or goofy. But once you do it with a small platform, it's everything is, studied and calculated. They're gonna judge you off of just what you barely have. I feel like I'm yapping. Let me try to cut this short. Basically, you're gonna see me more. Hopefully. Hopefully I'm on, the recommended page. You might click on, you might, watch for a couple seconds, see what he's talking about. My content is going to be multi-diverse. It's not going to just be me yapping or get ready with me or I guess the generalized YouTube quota that's just copied and pasted by every YouTuber. That's why I think I'm gonna be more than different. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's gonna take dumb long, and I'm not a patient person at all. Like, my patience is very thin, but I'm working on that. I'm trying to grow as a person. Everybody in their life have made mistakes, but that's pretty cliche. People be like, "Oh, I'm young and dumb." Nah, you were fully aware what you was doing at that moment. But even though you're fully aware, it doesn't really come across your mind that, oh, this is going to affect me in a different way. Where even if I have limelight, like in front of my face, where I have I guess, a platform to have exposure, it's not going to affect me that much, which it will, which is, crazy. That's why before I was making this video, I was trying to make amends with all the people I screwed over. But I'm not gonna lie, kind of bite me in the butt. I tried to fix it, but I just made it worse. I started apologizing, trying to fix my ways. I'm really changing, but I feel like I'm trapped in an endless cycle of me overthinking and me not posting. Like, it gets to the point where, you have thoughts and you think before you say, but sometimes you utter words just to make a sentence to seem like you know something which you don't. I really don't know how long this video is going to be. Maybe I should add, like, plot points in it where I can distinguish what year it is. What's going on right now? Nah, never mind. I'm not going to do that because I got to stay neutral when it comes to political things. Because I really don't have any opinion on it. I feel like people shouldn't have opinions on things they don't know. That's just me. But that's corny too. Uh, been posting. So, what should I really be saying? What can you expect from me before anything else? Okay. I guess my content will be like, dang, it's not gonna be no deep content, but it's gonna be content where you're gonna be like, dang, I really understand this guy. I can connect with him. Cause I want my content to be different to the point where I don't get comparisons with, I guess, other YouTubers or artists. Cause people are like, oh, this man, he kind of reminds me of. No, he reminds me of. Yeah, I don't want to hear that. I want to start my own path because comparison is good when you're up there, but right now I'm nowhere. Like, bro, I'm so unknown. I probably could post this video. It'll get like one view by a bot and one like, but that's fine because we all start somewhere. But I don't want to be put on the map just for me yapping. I would like to show you my talents and stuff like that because the game plan wasn't really content creation. Let's yap a lot. The game plan was let's take football serious. Let's go to college. Let's lock in, stuff like that. But like now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not doubting myself. It's just that my abilities are not limited to myself. It's just that I have a God-given talent. I got I got an arm. I got a little bit of speed here and there. Not to pat myself on the back, but I feel like I'm gonna be overlooked no matter what I do. So I feel like if I stop that and go to a different path, maybe I'll get I'll get the spotlight. I don't want the spotlight. I guess I want the spotlight to use it in a different way. I'm kind of repetitive. I'm repeating myself. I'm starting to notice that. But if I can get a fan base that's very, calm, positive, and shares, their stories, I could build not just a brand, but like a dynasty. Not just my family, but me alone. I want to start something. I want to start something that's, positive. That's who's going to remember me, Who's going to remember you in 10, 15, 30 years? Shit like that. Like when you're all old and dead and gone and, you're just in a slither of history, who's really going to know what you did? That's what I want. But like me talking now, like I don't know, me talking now, I really see it as, dang, you haven't really done nothing. Like, to go back what I said before, I hate comparison, but like I do it to myself almost every day. I compare myself to others, not because I'm jealous or I'm envy. I just want to be better, just in a way where people can just look up to me, but like, damn, he really has something going on. Like, it makes me want to impact other people's lives in a positive light. But I feel like that's everybody. There's some evil, sadistic people. I'm not gonna lie, but am I really a great guy? No, not really. I'm not a horrible person. I'm not gonna put that out there. But what I really came on here to say is I want to make not like an alter ego, but like a persona of just this guy that can really understand you in their other way. Because once I get a fan base, like maybe if I get like around 900, maybe 1,000 people, I'll start doing lives, start communicating with the groups of people I have that understand me, that like to communicate themselves in a in a matter that people understand. But it's gonna be a 10-minute video of me just yapping, I think. But I might have to cut some parts out. But I guess that's if I do uncut, it's gonna be like, damn, he really sat there for like almost 2-3 minutes trying to set up, trying to figure out what he's gonna say, this, that, and the third. But it's gonna be pretty cringy, because like once you like look back at your videos, you start hearing your voice, you start to psych yourself out, you start to get self-conscious. So I heard babbling on. I'll see if I can make this video like, if that, 12 to 13 minutes long. But using a lot of filler words right now. I hope people can grasp the concept of my mind, because nobody really gonna know what's in your mind. Only a slither of it. Just Maybe if that 5% of what you really have going on. So, you know, I don't want to be famous or anything like that. I just want to be known for greater things. But I feel like I'm stopping myself by just not posting. Just not posting. Just not posting. Just keep on babbling about, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. But I have not posted one video. But the thing is, I'm not self-conscious about me posting video. It's just like, like, the content creation is so oversaturated that I see so many people get that urge, that inhibition to oh, let me post, yada yada yada, and I look at their videos, it's like, oh damn, this is a slow start. He's talking about great things. He's talking about things I would talk about when I was younger, like, ooh, keep on posting, start posting consistently, yada yada yada. But like, they're doing that, but they're getting no leverage. Like, there's one like, 0 comments, and 7 views, and mind you, it's been up for months, just sitting, marinating in the feed. That goes for any social platform, you know. And I'm not really that deep. If I can get some connections, I'll be glad off of that, because people don't know me. They just know the things they hear about me. They don't know how I think. They don't know how I, announce myself, how I speak, how I talk. Because everything is just a mask, is it not? Everybody sees you in a different line. Like, that's why I say the concept I'm going to be talking about the most on my channel is perspective. Not just like first person, third person, that bullshit. No, perspective on people, how people see you. And there's, it's a two-way blade war. I don't care what people think. Technically, you do when you say that. Like, I don't care what people think. I'm gonna do what I want. You want to give off this persona that you're just this cool guy, that you don't care what people think. But deep down, subconsciously you do care what they think, because you wouldn't say that. So I don't want to post this video and it's not gonna flop, because But if I post this video and it's just me yapping, people's attention spans are hella small. Half people won't get this long in this video, because it's just me pacing around in the background, and I'm just an unknown person now. But once I build up, this first video is gonna be in the archives. Like, dang, he did everything he said he was going to, and it's coming out natural. But I know if I so-called get like a little bit of, not discrepancy, but like a little bit of fame, to the point where people think, oh, I can get something out of him, I can blackmail him. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a good guy. I'm not a great guy. I'm just an average guy that have thoughts just like everybody else, I haven't done anything to harm anybody into a mental, physical way, but I have retaliated into the way where it shouldn't never came to that point. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I have been done wrong a couple of times, and I retaliate into the way where it becomes not toxic. Toxic is a overused word, but a way where it hasn't really came out to a good thing. I'm working on controlling my emotions and thinking before I say, which is common. That's common sense. You should know how to, because as an individual, we're not going to play any genders on it. As an individual, you should be able to control your emotions and your thoughts to the point where you can portray yourself as this person that knows what they are and who they are. Because in my mind, you're more than just your emotions and your thoughts, which is yeah. Everybody knows that. You're saying things that everybody know, which is that. But I feel like if I re-utter it in a different way, people will understand it more. Like, I feel like, I don't know the title. What's the title of this name, and what's the, I guess, the clickbait picture that's gonna be on it. It might just be me sitting down, just talking. This video is gonna be dirt. Not gonna lie. I'm recording on an iPhone. It's gonna be dirt. It's gonna be dirt. I have no microphone. I have no camera for real. But people say, hey, all you need is your iPhone. So we're gonna start off with that. That's we're gonna start off with that, and we're gonna build something to the point. Well, I know it's gonna come a point in time, if I do make it, people are gonna come back from my past and say something about me, which is fine. But I haven't really done anything that really affects somebody's, their livelihood. I've been not really a jerk, but a person that's not really that, becoming. But there's nothing wrong with that. You can't take it back. You can apologize all you want, but saying sorry with no chains of manipulation. So I try to change, but it's just a lot of things that happen. I don't try to lie to people. I try to, I give you the information that you need, but not that you want. But that's going to change because, brain hasn't fully developed yet. So, we're still going to do corny ass mistakes off of pure emotion, even though I say I'm trying to learn. So, yeah, this video's getting pretty long. I've been yapping about straight nonsense. But we're getting there, man. Listen, we're getting there. This one little video might blow up or it might not. It's all about the algorithm, which I don't know anything about, so I'm just yapping. But we gonna find out. We're gonna find out. I wanna, I don't know. I started off this video overthinking like crazy, trying to see what can I say, what can attract the choir, the audience, because I want to have more camera presence. I want to have more stage presence. Because right now, I'm been dodging the camera. I've been looking all out of space just talking. But the way I see it is, if I can fix that, if I can fix that and figure out how to, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I lost it. Because this is more than just like content creation or me not wanting a regular job, because I could get a regular job. I have enough knowledge into, I guess, not even should I? No, I gotta choose my words pretty fairly, because right now we don't know where it's gonna go. But I have opportunities to have like a well-paying job, But I feel like people, people get paid to say what they want, even though it could be like incorrect, or like, society thinks it's incorrect, because you gotta be, nah, you gotta watch what you say, because sometimes you can explain something, but then you have to backtrack to be like, oh, you can do this, but at the same time you don't have to do this. I don't know where I'm going with that, but basically I'm saying is, you gotta watch what you say, because people, they're not sensitive, but people, they have different perspectives on life, so you can't really say something and it's not all no be all. You can't be like, oh, everybody in the world has watched this movie or likes this one general topic, and that's not the case, and then you just start a little argument online or whatever. But bro, just yapping, bro. I gotta find a path and stick to it. Okay, this video is basically to say that I acknowledge you, whoever you are, first person to watch it, maybe a family member, a friend, or somebody that hates me. Either way, views is views. At the end of the day, you still watch me, so it means something. But I know I'm gonna be painted out to be not a good guy, or a okay guy, or a narcissist, a habitual liar, a abuser, and a toxic person. They say that about the most positive people. So either way, it's not gonna really help. I feel like this video might be too long to the point where I can't even post it on my iPhone because it might not have enough storage. But it's okay though, because we're making progress. We're finally, this is my first time really talking to a camera, which is kind of stupid, But you gotta start somewhere. So me yapping on this camera and me trying to, I guess, think and indulge myself into the way of a content creator, I'm gonna be more natural. I'm gonna have more camera presence when I start doing this more and more. I'm gonna get used to it. I might start getting more equipment, try to make connections. Because right now I'm thinking I want to make a natural fan base, but in my mind, I don't know. I have an ego. I'm very prideful. I think if I post my YouTube and start sending out, start begging people to follow and stuff, it's not going to be natural. It's going to just be people that just look at it and, you might get what you get. Because, I feel like, in my mind, I'm going to say, not YouTube, but, as just content creation in a whole, it's like fishing, You grab the bait you want, you throw it in there, and you don't really get the fish. You don't know what you're going to get. But if you start researching and you start, I guess, getting the right bait, getting the right equipment, and you go out to different lakes, ponds, and oceans, and you start putting on the correct bait, you might start getting more fishes that you actually like. You might start getting bass and salmons and stuff like that. That analogy doesn't really work in, all aspects of life, but it kind of works here, I think. I just hope, in the further years, I don't get traumatized to the point where I'm just nonchalant on the camera and I don't really speak. Because right now, I'm not a nonchalant person. I'm a nonchalant person when it comes to things I don't like, but I'm very chalant when it comes to things that I'm very passionate about. Because people say, here I go, using people's opinion. People say I'm good at a lot of things. I'm very artistic. I guess see the world in a different perspective. I'm more emotionally intelligent than the others. But I feel like emotional intelligence doesn't mean jack when you use it for the wrong things. Because I know a lot of emotional intelligent people that are just straight on manipulators and they only use it to get what they want. It's kind of wrong, but at the same time, emotional manipulation is kind of something you do on a day-to-day basis. Because say if somebody sees you as this one person, right, and they start liking you, you'll start to do stuff more on that you don't usually do to make them like you more. Technically, that is kind of emotional manipulation, but it is what it is. There's so many gray areas to everything in the world. So me babbling on, I need to focus, bro. We're gonna find a path. The main thing we're gonna do is first thing, we gotta make a list. We want to make a fan base, a community, a family that's positive, into the way where my name is out there, not just in the United States, but all around the world. It doesn't have to be a positive manner, because people be like, you can't be that nice. There's got to be something about you that's wrong. And people are going to do that, and that's fine. Second, my concepts that I really want to speak on is perspective and, things that I want to do. The third one, get better equipment so I can really, announce myself, have enunciation and really figure out what I want. The fourth one, I got two topics: perspective on life and genres of life, because I feel like there's different genres of life, So I feel like I'm gonna have to build my YouTube first before I go on TikTok. Because if you go on TikTok and try to, babble on, you're gonna get 1 2, 3 comments and a couple views. Because the algorithm is so weird. Because you can blow up about the most randomest things over there. So the way I see it, it's getting pretty dark, all right? But the way I see it, I'm gonna have to build one platform first and then start taking on the next level. Okay, so maybe if I get to this is a long stretch, I might done forget about this whole video by that time. If I can get to maybe 1 million followers, that's a lot. People think, oh, 1 million is not that much. Imagine you had 1 million people say they are with you. A lot of people say that, so you should know, So we're gonna go back to the spot so I can make this little picture, I still don't know what the title's gonna be. Maybe it's gonna be something simplistic, like creation stardom, or something that's not corny, like something new, introduction. I feel like creation stardom is gonna be the title. I'm not gonna have no FIP or for your use page under it. I'm just gonna have it blank and just have creation stardom. So we're gonna, I guess, stop, but right here. Sit down. Oh yeah, let me fix the angle. Oh my god, I'm so black. Fix the angle. Sit down. All right, no. Gotta get the little photo, Gotta get the photo. I'm gonna drop the phone. All right, bam. So basically, dang, what's my name gonna be? Well, it's already Solitude. So most of y'all are gonna know me by my government name, because my first subscribers are probably gonna be friends and family. But most of y'all, I guess, that's not close to me, my name is gonna be Solitude, probably. Yeah. So, yeah.